Hey guys, and welcome back to another My Pro in the VFL series. At the moment, I'm absolutely raging and fuming because this is the second time I'm recording this post commentary. Unfortunately, the first time it cut out a few times during the recording. Not my fault, just my PC being an old piece of shit. I can't handle two tasks at the same time. If you want to get involved into the VFL yourself, then check the links in the description down below. Technically today, we're covering 5 games. I'll explain why. Not even going to see footage for 5 games, but 5 games will be covered nonetheless. We have Bremen in the first game of today's episode, and this was a week ago on Sunday. You're going to see 2 games from Sunday, a cup game from Wednesday, and the Friday games as well. But Sunday, let's talk about Sunday, because that was an interesting one, and it might have to do with the title of this video as well, which I'm not too sure if I've decided on it, but it might just title Rock Bottom. Which is what this is on Sunday. Against Bremen, still rocking the 4-1-2-1-2, which we've done alright with. We've won every game so far, but not necessarily convincing against big teams like Dortmund in the Super Cup, where we stole the win. Bremen is a team that will punish you if you're not doing well, and I have to say, we're not going into this one with a lot of confidence. We still haven't clicked and found the right gears despite winning every game so far, but this is a genuine test. Leo comes out for the first bit of danger, claims the cross relatively easily and does a good job, but it's all Bremen in the opening stages of the game. Frankie Arsenal forcing a good save out of Leo. The rebound should have been held on to probably, but that's not Leo's fault. The keeper parries it away, and that's about it for that chance. Still Bremen on the counter-attack now. Jordan Williams plays a brilliant ball down the line. Good vision to find Frankie Arsenal, who is their danger man. Finds a bit of space. We know what you can do, but we defend it relatively well, giving away only a corner in the process. This time, although Leo came out on the first one, he's going to try it again, hoping that he can get there in time. But this time, of course, Bremen adjusted their corner tactic, played it to the penalty spot where Leo is just about too late to get there. He's already into his animation, but the fists come out too late, and that header, I mean, there's a guy on the line as well, but it just loops perfectly into the back of the net. Lovely header, whether it was intentional or not, it remains to be seen, but it's a deserved goal at this stage. We're nearing the end of the first half. We're forced into a long shot through Sean, not really too dangerous, and we're going into the half 1-0 down. Although the stats tell an even story, I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it. We were worse than Bremen. Bremen definitely deserved to be in the lead. Sloppy play in the midfield gives us another bit of trouble right here. Jordan Williams on the turn, lovely finish, 2-0 down in a situation where we've never been before now. 2-0 down against a big side. This is where we have to show how strong we are mentally. And are we strong mentally? Well, the answer is no. We're absolutely pish when it comes to mentality. As soon as we go 2-0 down, and I'm not even talking about this third goal here, it's just going forward. Everyone was scared. Nobody was able to hold on to the ball long enough. Just allowing them 2 goals in 5 minutes killed the game off completely. Bremen are my favourites for the title now, definitely. I mean, we still have to play Dortmund again and Bayern, which you will see in this episode as well. But the Bremen game was a total disaster. I don't think I've ever lost 3-0 in the VFL before, and I've been playing it since FIFA 15. So this is definitely rock bottom. This is one of those lows that you experience sometimes in the VFL, and it's just about how we respond. At this moment in time, I was absolutely raging, of course. 3-0 down. Well, I say raging. I was relatively calm. I don't think anyone really spoke. Everyone was dead silent, and that's not what you want. And again, the stats tell that it was an even game, and as a YouTuber, I could easily swing it into the way of saying, oh, it was even and we got unlucky and they scored every chance, but that's not how it was. The quality of chances they had compared to our long shots speaks volumes. They deserve to win that comfortably, and I've got no complaints about the scoreline whatsoever. And now we have to face Dortmund at an all-time low in terms of morale. This is not what you want. Dortmund out for revenge, of course, but this time we changed tactics. We went to the 4-2-3-1. We need more width on the pitch. We're playing too narrow. We're not able to do it. We don't have the personnel to play the style we wanted, and finally we made that change. Dortmund still strong, of course. Despite our formation change, they're going to get the better of the chances here. Hitting the crossbar early on, and that's a bit of a let-off. Finally, we have a bit of fortune falling our way. Looking to counter straight away, but unfortunately the Dortmund defence does well to cut that out. And at this point, both teams need a win in order to challenge for the league. Sean takes a first-time effort save by early. We just lost. We need to win if we want to stay in the title race. Dortmund as well have already dropped points at this stage. I want to say, I can't exactly remember. I know what the tables look like right now, but both teams are in need of a win regardless. Connor scores, but apparently that was given as an own goal. I'm not too sure how, but whatever. We've got the lead, 1-0 in the first half. Good stuff. The formation change paying dividends in the first half. We're playing well. Well, we play all right. Better than the Bremen game. We're creating chances. We're going forward. We need that second, though, because Dortmund at any time could score. Lloyd tries to take the shot on the turn. Maybe should have looked for an extra pass. I'm not too sure there, but it's all part of the confidence crisis we're in. We're rushing things a few times every now and again. Leo, however, is still standing strong, making good saves. No complaints about our goalkeeper at all. We're going into the half at 1-0. Bossed on possession, but creating the better of the chances. They hit the bar once, as you saw, but I'd say we deserve just about to be in the lead. The second half is a different story, though. We come out looking to counter Dortmund, who are, of course, pushing numbers forward, as you'd expect. Daniel, great work, trying to find someone in the box. I could knock this down, but unfortunately the keeper comes out and grabs this, allowing his team a counter-attack, which nothing comes from. But this is a turning point in the game. We've got a 2v1 situation with Daniel running through. He doesn't do that well enough, in my opinion. He's a good player and a good guy, but I have to say it like it is. That should have been a goal. We should have capitalised on that, should have made it 2-0, because in the last 10 minutes, this could cost you. And still, no cuts whatsoever. Going from that huge missed chance all the way down to the other end, the heads drop again. After that goal, 1-1, again an all-time low in terms of confidence, morale, dead silent, a team that's not able to respond to a bad situation, and that's what you get. We're nearly giving away the game as well. I mean, at 1-1 it's not the end of the world, but we nearly lost that. Dortmund were closer to winning that game than we were, especially towards the back end of that game. Another chance for Dortmund going forward, whipping one in, the header over the bar. And that's how the game ends, and we're fortunate to come away to 1-1 draw, although you could argue we should have made it 2-0 and put the game to bed. But that's part of the struggle we're in, especially on Sunday. Everything's not, well, I wouldn't say going against us, but we're making the wrong decisions. We're not making the most of our opportunities. We're not playing well enough to warrant wins at this stage of the competition. And again, the stats this time even, I'd say it's a fair result this time. Whereas Bremen deserved to beat us, I think 1-1 as well isn't something we can complain about in that game. But again, 2-0 should have definitely happened with that chance we had. Time to move on to Wednesday. A totally different game now against Hanover in the Cup. We've just had a few days of rest rest. A few days away from VFL to regroup and, you know, get a new sort of motivation to play through the rest of this season, because on Sunday we kind of just wanted the season to end. But the Cup is a different story. We're still in this competition, and hopefully we can make the most of it as well, as the league is looking like a tough ask right now. We have to focus on the Cup and the Champions League, potentially. Lloyd plays a poor pass, but I managed to intercept, hold on to the ball long enough for Sean to arrive and tap it in for the easy 1-0. And if there was ever a time we needed a goal like this, it was now. 2 minutes gifted from Hanover. A bit of positivity now going forward in the Wolfsburg side. The first goal is always important, especially when you're struggling. Hanover, to be fair to them, they're a decent side. They're looking for the wing play, they're looking for the crosses and finding their man in space, looking for a chance. Here I'm isolated, so I'm going to take a long shot. Cannons off the inside of the post. Probably didn't deserve to be 2-0, but I came close nonetheless. This time, though, I managed to get the pass across goal, which the defender says, "You're not getting any stats, fuck you, I'll put the ball into the back of the net myself." Although I do believe Roy was just waiting there to tap it in. Regardless, the defender wants to ruin the party. Give us a 2-0 lead regardless, so we'll take that 2-0 up in the first half. And you're thinking, right, we've turned the page, now we're looking good, now we can get back to winning ways. Not necessarily. They hit us back straight away. Daniel, who's filling out in the fullback role, unfortunately loses possession, and they capitalise on it. Most of our goals have come from crosses. Apart from the Bremen game, I think we've conceded all our goals from crosses, I want to say. And even in the Bremen game, there was one cross goal. So we definitely need to work on that. I'm not really sure what you can do about that. I'm not a defender. I don't know. Let's just try and get a third, shall we? On the turn, I take the shot. Maybe a little bit rushed. I didn't have time to take it down, I thought. At the time, I clipped the post for the second time in the first half. So a bit unfortunate right there. Hanover coming close to the equaliser moments before the end of the first half, but it's not meant to be. We go into the half leading 2-1. And looking at those stats, the better of the chances, most of the possession as well. I'd say that's a deserved lead. We're still looking for that third, of course. But Hanover coming out of the exit blocks very fast in that second half. And again, from across, we're vulnerable. And we got exposed. 2-2. From 2-0 up to 2-all. Can you tell the theme of this episode? We're just struggling. That's what it is. We just can't find a way to keep teams out. We're doing alright on the scoring front in this game, but again in big games as well we were lacking goals. Sean takes his responsibility, steps up and scores the goals to give us a 3-2 lead again. Can we hold on to it this time? Already an hour played, more than an hour played. We have to hold on to this. Arguably need to score a few more goals to put the game to bed, because right now anything can happen in the state we're currently in. Let's see if we can close the game out. Sean plays me through. Roy's making one hell of an effort to get there at the back post. He does. I find him. Lovely first time volley. Good goal from Roy, who usually is a backup, but I said it in my first attempt at recording post-com, and I'll say it again. Fair play to Roy for being someone that doesn't regularly play. He's been our best man on numerous occasions as a backup. I have to applaud that. Roy has been a saviour at times. I do get a chance myself to score a goal now. Lovely knockdown from Connor and the acrobatic finish to put the game completely to bed. 5-2 now, and this is positive. Now we can look at this game and say, alright lads, you know, this is a positive outcome. Yes, we conceded 2 goals, but the second half very good, creating a lot of chances. Could be more than 5, to be honest. I'm about to play through Sean, who's very unlucky. He beats the keeper, but the defender does incredibly well to block that and allow a corner. Another chance to make it potentially 6-2. I get played through, and maybe a little bit too much time on my hands. I'm not really too sure. I tried to ball roll. Unfortunately, my guy didn't do it. He just ran into the keeper, kind of. And that's a chance wasted, although it didn't cost us. A little bit annoying at the time, but we do win 5-2. We advance to the next round of the DFB Pokal, if that's how it's called. Not too bad. Decent result. We conceded very easily again, but you know what? At least we're scoring goals in this formation now. The 4-2-3-1 is doing bits. Now, on to Friday's games. This is going to be short because I wasn't there. I didn't play the Friday games. I missed it. I had a football game in real life, which, by the way, we won 2-0 and we're now top of the league, so yay. Friday's games were actually big ones. Bayern Munich and Milan in the Champions League, and both were draws. Bayern Munich was a 2-all draw, and I think JCC in his video said that they deserved to win, which, from our point of view, looking back at the game myself and hearing what my guys had to say, I thought we were very unfortunate not to win that, especially missing 2 or 3 players in that game as well. We did well to get a 2-all draw in the end. The Milan game was a draw as well, but considering we won the first game in our Champions League group, we're not looking too bad to go through either way. So 2 draws on the Friday. Saturdays and Sundays games will come at you maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, I'm not too sure. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.